Good morning, girls. Today we are going to see the classes for SHA 512 algorithm. In the year of 2002, NIST had come up with a new version of SHA in the standard document called as SHA 256, SHA 384 and SHA 512. In those algorithms such as SHA 256, SHA 384 and SHA 512, the number after the word SHA, it indicates the length of the message digest. That is, in SHA 256 algorithm, the number 256 it indicates the length of the message digest. Then in SHA algorithms, what are the inputs and outputs? The input is maximum up to 2 power 128 bits and it produces the message digest, which is the output. It is the size of 512 bits. SHA 512 algorithm was closely modeled after SHA 1. SHA 1 algorithm is closely modeled on MD5 algorithms we already saw. The maximum steps are similar to MD1 algorithm except the last step of processing logic, that is the mathematical equation. This slide it clearly shows the difference between the SHA1 algorithm and SHA 512 algorithms. The length of the bits are only varied from SHA1 algorithms and SHA 512 algorithms in the parameters such as message digest size, message size, block size, word size. The steps of the algorithms are 80 in both of these algorithms, SHA1 and SHA 512. Now let's see how SHA 512 algorithm works. The first step is padding of bits. Like MD5 and SHA1, the first step is to add padding to the end of the original message in such a way that the length of the message is 128 bits short of a multiple of 1024. That is, the length of the original message plus padding of bits plus 128 bits. It gives a total value. It is the multiple of 1024. In SHA1 algorithms, multiple of 512 can be only used. In this algorithm, multiple of 1024 bits and the length of the message in SHA1 algorithm is only 64 bits. In this algorithm, 128 bits. This is the difference between SHA1 and SHA 512. The next step is append the length. It's also similar to SHA1 algorithm. The length of the message, including the length of the padding, is now calculated and appended to the end of the padding. It consists of 128 bit blocks. The next step is divide into the input into 1024 bit blocks. Again, I remind you, in the previous algorithm SHA1, we have used only 512 bit blocks. In this algorithms, we have used 1024 bit blocks. Again, the next step is initialization of chaining variables. The chaining variables have only used the registers. It is a registers. It has 8 registers. It starts from A up to H. These are the registers. Each register consists of 64 bits each. So the maximum capacity 8 into 64 is equal to 512 bits. In SHA1 algorithms, only 5 variables can be used. In this algorithms, 8 variables can be used. Each consists of 64 bits. So totally 512 bits can be occupied in those variables. These variables and initialization values are shown in this slide. The next step is copy the chaining variables A to H to A to H. The small letter A to H is the abstract view of the separate variable A, B, C, D up to H. These variables can be stored as a intermediate and final results. The next step is divide the 1024 bit block into 16 sub-blocks. Each sub-block consists of 64 bits each. Again, I remind you, in SHA1 algorithm, only 512 bit block is used. Each bit block consists of 32 bit only. In this algorithm, 1024 bit block and each sub-block has 64 bits each. It also takes 80 rounds, that is 80 rounds means 4 rounds 20 iterations. Each round having a 20 iterations, so only totally 80 operations can be used. Similar to SHA1 algorithms, we have only used 3 inputs, the 1024 bit block and the register variables A up to H and the K of T. Again, I remind you, similar to SHA1, K of T contains the same value similar to SHA1. So, it consists of only 4 values for each round. So, again, the processing logic is very different from the SHA1 algorithm. Each round consists of the following operations. In these operations, we have to calculate the variables such as temp1, temp2 and the registers A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. In these variables, T is the round number. In the first step, temp1, temp2, in these variables, we have to call the sum of the functions CH, sum of A of I, sum of E of I, W of T, K of T. These are explained in the next slides. So where in these variables ch of e of f of e comma f comma g, it's a function. It calculates some of the value it shows in this slide. Similar to mage and sum of a of a function and sum of e of a function. ROTR of x, it indicates a circular right shift operation, that is a rotation of the 64-bit array x by the specified number of bits. K of T is a similar constant of SHA1 algorithm. W of T is a 64-bit word derived from the constant 512-bit input block. In the case of W of T, for the first 16 rounds, W of T is equal to the corresponding word in the message block, similar to SHA1 algorithm. For the remaining 64 steps, the value of W of T is equal to the circular left shift by 1 bit of the XOR of the 4 preceding values of W of T, with 2 of them subjected to shift and rotate operations. So it's the end of the algorithm. Thank you girls. Thank you.